Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Streaming Rainbow and Guild Phantasmagoria Reincarnation. This is going to be part 2 of episode 2, Bound in Icarus, picking up where Cam and Keller left off. Once again, Cam and Keller, any and all pronouns, as you'll see in their little signature lines, are playing Bound Together by Caden Romstack. And also check the description below for a link to get this amazing game and play it for yourselves. So yeah, back to you, Cam.
Yeah. Time to draw?
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Draw.
draw. 4 of clubs. Ooh. The Jack of Hearts.
King of Hearts. Jack of Hearts.
The Jack of Hearts, yes.
Jack of
I've
all
been
hearts.
starting my countdowns from 4 lately.
4, 3, 2,
4,
1. That's
3,
very, I think,
2. It's so wrong.
very
You do
drummer.
3, 5, or 10. There's none, like, that's what everyone does. I'm doing 4 now.
I'm going to fuck things up. You ready?
I'm so fucking ready. Wait, we didn't get any tokens in the last 2, right? Yes.
No, and we didn't get a token for this one either. You ready for that? So I'm a little frustrated, and I kind of like, I want to make a jump. You want to make a jump?
Let's do it.
Okay, iPhone stays on 59% for 3 years.
Okay.
Jacob,
So much Green Day.
at this
Constant Green
point,
Day.
is on like you approach each other, I think, knowing that there has to be some conflict or some fight that you have to navigate. Jacob has like set up a little like alcove, like a tent almost. There's a piece of the wall that has been like removed and dug. Like there's a hole in the wall that is being made like brick by brick, but it is uncovering yet like another layer of wall and another layer of wall and another layer of wall. And at this point, it is like made this like cave almost very small. And that's where kind of like Jacob holes up. And you can hear Green Day playing from this little hole, this little cave in the wall. You hear for the first time in 2 years, 3 months, 4 weeks, and 1 day, hooves echoing down the corridor, making their way to this little cave, this little alcove. How do you warn Jacob?
Been 3 years. I know exactly where he is. I feel like we've been in this one little part of the labyrinth the whole time. And I know that it can change, but we're exploring more or getting time separate, where we can't see each other more. It's been 3 years. It's been it's been over 4 years now. Has the date changed on the phone?
The date has changed on the phone, yes.
I take the drumsticks that Jake made me out of compacted moss and stone and beat out a little code that we've built over the last 4 years, or maybe that we even had beforehand, on the walls to try to let him know so that it can be quiet, so that like we can hide. Maybe he knows. Like I think like there's the wall with his little cave, and then bam, bam, shot, and then I'm in this little area. So I'm over here. I'm separated from thick wallness from him. It feels like, we assume. I think the Minotaur is over there, close to his cave. So I'm tapping out Minotaur. Minotaur, close you. Don't die. I'll hide.
What is your instinct when the music gets louder?
It's that, oh, I made him mad. Right as I started tapping, he got frustrated, turned the music up to drown me out. He doesn't know. The Minotaur is going to hear that music. I need to run, and so I run to his little cave.
As you run to the cave, the hooves are in front of you.
Yep.
The sound is in front of you.
Yep.
What are you thinking? How are you moving? What is your strategy?
I'm trying to be sneaky, right? But also I know there's not a lot of sneaking you can do here. But I'm definitely really slowly coming around that corner. Each corner that I have to pass, got to pass 2 corners before I can get to the mouth of his little hidey hole. I think as he was making it, also like either one of us had mentioned, oh, like it's too small. It's too small for anybody but us to get through. Um, so I'm really slowly coming across the corridors, but also there's this feeling of more confidence than I expected. With the Minotaur wants me to chase it. It always wanted, and then maybe it gave up on me, but it wanted me to come after it, or something did. I don't think if it's chasing someone, I don't think it's going to come after me. And I think there is just that extra confidence that I wasn't expecting as I poke my head around the corner. I mean, if it's not there, I'm going to the next corner or to the cave.
You peek your head around the corner to view Jacob's cave, correct?
Yeah.
You see a flash. Hooves leave your sight as the creature, the Minotaur, leaps up and up and up into the fog, into the darkness, and you hear the hooves and scraping 20 feet above as it, you presume, clasps onto the wall above Jacob's cave.
Music still going?
The music is very loud.
Okay.
And then you kind of like see some debris fall down and meet the entrance of Jacob's little alcove. Do you run?
I
What do you
know he's
do?
there. And I know Jake is in the cave right now. Do I think he would? So I'm Kevin is thinking like, do I think he's going to turn the music off before he would come out? I'm not sure. There's no way to really know. He would do both. He would do either. Do I think? Do I think he's busy? Do I think he's going to be in there for a while? Do I think like I have time? I'm not sure. I think I need his attention, and I'm kind of like I'm at the corner. I can see. I think I can see the mouth of his cave, but I can't see in there. Right. So I'm gonna take my drumstick and I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna try to hit it. I'm gonna try to get it in the cave.
It travels into the
Let me make a
cave.
dexterity check.
I think it works. I think it travels into the
Cool.
cave, and you hear it clatter.
And then with the
And
other
I think
stick,
as you
I'm
get,
hitting and I'm saying, stay, stay.
I think you, as you are like getting close to the cave, you can hear something else. Like you hear digging, you hear scraping, you hear like active working that you didn't notice before, but you feel
Right,
like the music is trying to drown this sound out, and maybe not you.
right, right. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so terrifying. I think Jake figured something out. And I think that's why the Minotaur is here. So I have to get in that cave. Because it's time for us to get out. I think. And so I think I just run for it. I don't see another solution. I think I have my other stick and I'm holding that above my head like as I try to run for the cave.
You run for the cave. You see in the cave, Jacob is just like hacking away with like pieces of rock um at like the hilt of, like, it is a gleaming like sword hilt. There it is like stabbed into the wall, and he is uncovering it like he is excavating some
Yeah.
fossil from some dig site.
Yeah.
uh and he is like furiously working. You see his eyes are glassed over.
Oh shit. Um
What is your next move?
is to touch him. Is to touch him, try to get his attention easily because he has rocks in his hand. Right. I'm
I
not
think
gonna
you
just I like do the hey.
easily get, say hey, you get his attention. Wh- how does it feel when he speaks in a very like distant uh and cheerful tone to you?
Um I think it I at first it's just weird and I think he's an idiot who doesn't know shit's going on, so I go turn the music off, turn back around, like shh, man, right there. And then I just try to get us to like center and stay calm.
When you try to calm Jacob by saying the word Minotaur, what is your next reaction when he starts to walk towards the entrance of the cave?
I I try to trip him. Or no, that's not it. I don't know yet. Um I think I just grab him and try to pull him back. Like I think I grab his wrist and just like really dig my heels into the ground and try to keep him from going.
Does it hurt your feelings when he screams at you? When he hits you, when he
Yeah.
pushes you up against the wall, when he punches you in the gut and tells you that he hates you, when he wishes you a happy birthday, that he wishes you were never born, and walks towards the entrance of the cave.
Yeah,
Does it
it
hurt your
definitely hurts
feelings?
my feelings. It definitely hurts my feelings. Um and I also think that like there's a little moment of I think I'm starting to see what's happening. I think I'm starting to see like, oh, he's losing time. He's doing the thing that I did. Um, and I know I said things that I really meant when I was doing that. That I can kind of remember the thing of like, do you think you would be nice to me again? You know. Um, and So like all of that hurt is still there, still real. And also there's a little bit of like, oh, I'm the special one. A little bit of like, the Minotaur's supposed to want me. I'm the one that everyone loves. Um, uh, so I would definitely try again to grab the wrist, but I'm also looking around to see like what else I can do, because there's no way I can stop him. I can't physically stop him. He's too big. He's too strong.
Next question.
Yeah.
Do you pull the sword out of the wall?
Oh God, I want to so bad. But would Kevin pull the sword out of the wall?
Let me ask it again. In this situation, bruised, battered, upset, feelings hurt, your brother about to die, do you grab the sword out of the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that sword out the wall. That's too cool. I'm gonna get the sword out the wall. Does it come out?
When the sword comes out of the wall,
Yeah.
and you are standing in a space of stars with your brother, what do you say to him?
I say get down. And then I run in front of him and look for whatever used to be there that might not be there anymore. But I'm looking up especially.
When you look at your brother and you see him lose focus from a star in the sky that was glowing brighter than the others, when he looks at you and looks at the sword and starts to weep, what do you say to him?
Um, I I like put my hand just like gently on his arm. And I try to get him to look at me. And I just say, "Hey, do you remember? I miss him too. Because X gonna give it to you." And I try to make a joke like X would have.
Do you still love your brother after he looks you in the eye and tells you he hates you for always being the special one?
Yeah. Because I
That's
hate
the end of
him
the
too.
scene.
Yeah.
Ah! That's it.
Cool.
You can't stand the sight of them like this.
Oh.
Is it their behavior? Is it their appearance? Are they hurt or gloating? How do you make it stop? That's a wild one. That was
Yeah.
a wild one.
Yeah.
And just like the trying to that was so weird to ask questions for, like when it was so like internal to the character that was like we were not following.
Yeah.
Oh, so wild. That was good. Okay,
So,
you cure heartache by what, Keller?
by forgiveness and gratitude.
Nope, by drawing a card.
Oh shit. The Jack of Clubs.
6 of clubs.
Ooh, an
No! Our
unravel
first
token.
unravel token.
Yes. Here it is.
Which makes
It's
sense based
D8.
on what just happened.
1 token. What'd you say?
I said, which makes sense based on what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
They know. The cards know.
The cards fucking know. Okay, the Jack of clubs.
Oh, it's another jack, too. That's going to be bad.
Um, we're gonna jump ahead again a few days. Still pretty fresh. Um, the hurt. I think we're both still angry. I think we've talked briefly about it. A lot of attention is still there. And Kevin still has the sword. Just carrying it in his hands. It's pretty heavy for him. Does Jake how does Jake react to seeing a statue of a pig with a cleaver, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does Jake react to a statue with a pig with a cleaver?
Like a
Coming
small
from
little
a
carved out of the wall stone statue.
Hey, yo, did you make this?
Nah, dude. What is it?
It's from that band I was in.
You your band?
Yeah. The Bacon Slayers or something like that.
It's your band name. What are you talking about? So
It's
you made
been
it.
so long. No, I didn't make this.
Oh. You like kind of go over it a little bit, and it's as you like touch the top of the pig. It's pretty small. It's probably like this size. Um, the like sort of rock dust of it comes away very easily. Um, not like that it's damaging, just like that there is a thin layer of like
Mm-hmm.
the dust that was used to make it right there. Um, and the spots that have been sort of carved in the stone that is broken is still a very bright pale white. Um, Kevin lets you know that probably means it was made very recently.
Dude, it was Elsie. As they have named the cow. They had come to a consensus about 2 years ago, a compromise.
Kevin has come to a oh no, I still need that. That's the unravel token. Kevin has come to a begrudging sense, has acquiesced to calling it Elsie because the word Minotaur sort of triggered something. Fuck. Um. Okay. Kevin's like, "Oh, okay. I'll break it." And he
No,
starts to
no, 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 no,
like
no, no,
put his
no.
sword over his head.
Tries to stop.
Okay, it's very easy to stop Kevin. Why? Why not?
I don't think it's like the thing that is important, right? It was how close it was and how fast it was done.
Okay. What do you
It's
mean? What?
it's like a it's like okay, so it's like when you want to show like a group in school that you're like cooler than them, right? Sometimes you'll pull a prank, right? That shows something about you. Like
Kevin
if
starts taking notes.
like if they like all ride their bikes to school, right? You
To
get your
be cool.
friend with the
Yeah.
hacksaw and we go and we saw off all of their bike locks in the middle of third period, right? It shows that we have like tools and abilities and like your fucking locks don't work, man, right? What you think is protecting you isn't protecting you. Like
It's a weird choice, dude.
well, it's like it's like a prank, man. It's like you show your
Okay, so this is a
dominance. Like you
prank, is
show,
what you're saying?
hey, don't mess with me. Now that I say it out loud, it's like it's very like dominating and very much like a show of political power of some sort. It's kind of like a mob like mentality, almost a mafioso. I don't know. Like, look, I've
Okay.
become a lot more introspective now that I'm here. But anyway,
Yeah,
like,
I
the
don't
point
think you
is,
should do that again.
I'm not gonna do that again. I'm fucking 21 years old. Uh,
Cool. And then how does the vibe change for
oh, the
Jake?
vibe changes when the Minotaur drops down next to us and runs off into the other direction.
No. I mean, sure, but yeah, and all that happens that you said. And when you find a little inscription under the statue that says, "Who's gonna give it to you?"
Aww. Oh no. Is X Elsie?
I think that's the end of that scene. There's a newly constructed shrine. One of them
Mm-hmm.
recognizes its purpose and the people and the kind of people who built it. Is there something that should be done with it?
You know what should be done right now?
What?
Draw.
Draw. Oh, draw. Another jack of spades. Another unravel token.
That's another unravel token. It was an 8 of spades.
Okay.
That okay. So I will admit
Yeah.
I remember that prompt like from last game.
Yeah,
Like
that did happen last
that's
time.
that's a very memorable prompt. This is the
Yeah.
shrine.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. What was it,
So like
Jack?
yeah. Jack, you're a jack of spades.
Yeah. Continue talking about the prompt.
But it's a odd like I like that it was more about how it was constructed
Yeah.
rather than like what it meant.
Yeah.
Even though like the obvious reveal of like it was I don't know if it was obvious because like in my mind I was thinking like oh like he saw my shirt like Elsie saw my shirt
Yeah.
and like made this little thing, but somebody gave it to me.
Are you carrying it?
No,
Did you keep the statue?
it's immediately gonna be broken. It's
Yeah. Um, what does Jake say when you wake up in the morning and find Kevin reading one of his textbooks from the backpack that was lost 3 years ago?
Where'd you get that?
From my bag.
Nope. Fuck this shit. Nope. Absolutely not. Grabs the bag, dumps everything out of the bag, and goes to the textbook that they ripped up for fire, like
Yeah.
one of the first nights,
Yeah.
and sees that it wants to check. It has all the fucking pages in
Yes,
it.
it does.
And he starts to just rip out all the fucking pages of it, throws the
What
book.
are you?
Who are
Why?
you? Who are you?
What are you doing? Why are you just? Why?
Who are you?
What are you doing?
This fucking book. We ripped these pages out the first night to build a fire.
Okay. The pages are right there.
Say
You
that
just
again.
ripped them out.
Say that a fucking again.
Why? You're gonna hurt me.
No. It's not a threat. Listen to the fucking words that come out of my fucking mouth,
Okay.
Kevin. I said these pages were ripped out the first night to make a fire. And then what the fuck did you fucking say?
The pages are right there.
That the pages were right there.
Yeah. They
That's
weren't ripped.
insane.
You just
That's
ripped them
insane to
out.
say.
What are you talking about?
Either I'm insane
Okay.
or you're insane.
Okay.
Don't act confused like this is a normal thing.
No.
This means something's wrong. This means something's wrong. You always fucking do this. You always fucking do this. You always try to pretend like everything's normal and it's not normal. Just fucking point it out when it's wrong.
Kevin walks over to the book, pushes it out of the way, grabs his metal protractor, and just like slowly turns around and starts to reach towards your face.
Shave it off, dude. Shave it off.
He starts trying to shave. Starts trying to
Read
shave you
between
with a
the
sharpened
lines.
metal
What's
protractor.
fucked up and everything's alright. Check my vital signs. No.
Wait, did we?
Can't
Yeah,
sing
we
more of
did.
that song.
Kevin slowly turns back to his book. April ripped out the pages.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I never said, I'm sorry we lost your friends.
Jacob just gives him a big hug.
Yeah. We hug. Cool. That scene's done.
I just want to
We
sing
also
Green
had
Day.
that one last week.
What was that one?
What has the fray taken from you? Do you know what it has taken from them?
I didn't like that. That was a scene, dude.
Yeah.
That one got me going.
Yes, it did. You want to know how to keep it going?
Oh, yes.
We draw.
How? Ah,
The 10 of spades.
no.
Another spade? Oh, the 2 of diamonds.
No, 2 of diamonds. Let me talk about my feelings. That one was like, I think it was a really cool experience because it was like, obviously none of this is happening, right? For Cameron, but the not pointing out when the weird thing happens, when weird things are happening, like 4 years into weird shit happening to try to maintain like mundanity is mind-boggling, and it just like it was a really cool experience because it was like, I, Cameron, know everything is fake, right? But in what way is this scene fake, right? Is this scene fake because we are acting out a scene, but it is canon to the story that we are telling? Or am I gonna fucking go into the goddamn star space again? Is this a stupid fucking dream, right? If like, and I think Jacob's response was like, burn everything down. Like, right? If I burn the things down and they can't be burned down the right way, then I know it's a dream.
Yeah.
Right. But if Kevin starts to break, then I know it's real,
You know what's
which is
fantastic about that?
toxic as hell.
You know
What?
what's fantastic about that? As we are
Mm-mm.
walking, well, it's so fantastic about that. As next day, right? Just the very next day, uh, the Jake is clean shaven, right?
Oh, it's wild. It's wild. It done so well.
Yeah. Jake is clean shaven. It's the next day. Both coming to terms with the fact that like this shit is weird. Um, we've both existed in this wet, muddy, starry, beautiful dream experience. We've both been there. Um, how um, why doesn't Jake notice that the ground is getting wetter?
He doesn't notice because he's listening to the music too loud.
Yeah.
He's just carving away at this wall, man, hoping he'll find something else that makes him
Oh,
special.
yes. The ground is getting wetter. Cool. Why doesn't Jake notice that the above space that normally is just darkness is starting to get little flecks of light?
It's because he's focused. I think that Kevin like lets him use the sword to excavate because at some point
Yeah.
they realize that nothing that is done to the sword dulls it in any way. It can cut through
Ooh,
almost anything. It's like it is magical in like a supernatural sense. And like he has made some progress to the wall, but there's walls and walls and walls and walls and walls. So
yes.
he is focused.
Yes. Why doesn't Jake notice uh, that while the walls look and feel completely the same, when while the walls look completely the same, it feels like the mud between your toes.
Because he thinks he's on a roll. He thinks, oh, it's
Yes.
getting easier. I'm getting
And
in the zone.
yeah, so good at it. Why
Turns out
doesn't
the
Jake
music,
notice the Minotaur standing 2 feet behind him?
because he doesn't want to, because he can feel the breath behind him, but knows that if he stops to work, he has to use the sword to fight, and he doesn't want to do that if it's his friend.
Oh. And what does Jake do when from about 20 feet behind him he hears Kevin scream?
He drops to the floor, goes through, like pushes off the wall so that he like slides on the dust through the
Yeah,
hooves of the
in the water.
Minotaur.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, the water. That's right. He was
yeah.
hoping it was, but he is wet now, and the sword is wet, and he moves faster than he thought he would, and
Mhm.
slicker than he thought he would, and he gets to his feet and closes his eyes and swings and cuts through the Minotaur's head. and then turns back and sees another one with Kevin.
Nice. We're going to jump ahead again a little bit. Just a few minutes. Maybe even a few seconds.
Oh.
You're on the ground, just standing. Kevin is standing in front of you. The Minotaur is gone. You look behind you, the one that you just hit with the sword, gone.
Mm-hmm.
You're cold. The ground is wet. You notice now. There's water. The walls look the same. Kevin looks up. You follow his eyes to notice the stars in the sky. But the walls are the same. What are you going to do now?
The walls are the same, but there's stars in the sky, Kevin. Walls are the same, but there's stars in the sky, Kevin.
Do you join Kevin as he begins to dig in the wall that you've been digging in?
Yeah. I do.
Cool. That's the end of that scene. This is turning into a little bit of like Waiting for Godot energy.
I am having a great time. It is It is mind boggling.
Yeah. Something about the fray has changed. Do you notice? Who is the first to notice, and how is your travel impacted?
That was a good one.
Shit's wet now.
You know what else is a good one?
What else is a good one? Oh, the next one.
The next one.
Two of Hearts.
No way. 7 of Hearts.
Oh,
3 unravel tokens already. Wow. Okay.
Token. I dropped all the tokens.
Why don't you notice Jake starting to leave with the sword?
Starting to leave with the sword?
Starting to leave with the sword.
I really like this question of why don't you notice? It's fantastic.
I do too. You got me stuck on it.
Yeah, why don't I notice Jake starting to leave with the sword? Because I realized how hungry I am. And I'm trying not to, and I'm grabbing these handfuls of wall that feel like mud and trying not to eat them. Or trying to think of a better idea than just eating this mud.
What does it feel like when you feel hot breath on your back?
So much warmer than the freezing cold air of this watery cave. So there's a brief moment of just like physical comfort and enjoyment. But then, of course, first thought after that is, oh God, the hot cow. No, Elsie, fuck, Minotaur. And I turn around to see what it is.
What do you say to Jacob when he's standing there with the sword kind of just like pointed at your back?
Pointed at my back? Pointed at me?
It's pointed at you now that you've turned around.
Yeah, my back would have been impressive. I think I go, oh. And then I bat at the sword on the side. Like I think he's just
kind of
around.
Clatters to the floor. Do you believe him when he says he can't do this anymore?
Yeah.
Do you believe him when he says he's just going to quit? That he's going to
No.
leave?
Oh, that he's just gonna leave? Oh, yes, I do. I think I say, I'll go with you.
Do you believe him when he says he wants to be like Elsie, like X?
Um, I think that there's some thoughts of immediately first thought, who wouldn't, right? Second thought of like, no, that's not right. Is it? Do I want that? No, I'm Kevin. And then I pick up the sword and I give it to him again. I try to give it to him.
He kind of like holds it in between like both your hands and looks you in the eye. And this next question comes from him,
Yeah,
Jacob to Kevin.
yeah.
Will you come with me the next time it calls? I don't think Elsie's the one doing the calls, dude.
This
I
is
think we
who else?
become the milk. You become the milk with me?
I looked down at the water in the ground. I was like, dude, it's water. It's not milk.
Dude, it's a metaphor.
Oh, I should have known that. What's a metaphor? Kevin is like forgetting like how to like like writing composition, any of the things that he
Mm.
like used to know. Um oh okay. Oh yeah, I'll do whatever.
Next time it calls, man,
We're milking.
you let it take me? Yeah?
No,
Yes.
I'll go with you, but no, I'm not gonna let it take you.
Just let it take me. You go with me. You don't fight whatever happens.
Let it
You
take me.
don't. You go with me, you don't fight whatever happens.
Can I can I bring the sword? Ugh,
Sure.
okay, then I mean yeah. Okay.
Next time it calls. Okay,
I
that's it.
we do a secret handshake that we've never come up with before. I just try. I just try to do
We
a
actually
handshake.
we actually go into a whole like musical number. The boys are back.
We have a chorus line.
Yeah. Uh,
Dancers come out. A bunch of
and then at the
cowboys.
end of that performance, you know what they do?
What do they do?
Draw a card.
Draw a card. The two of clubs. I've drawn a lot of twos
Oh,
today.
ace. The eight of diamonds.
The eight of diamonds.
Okay, while I search for this, I'll read the last prompt. Seven of hearts. You threaten to leave them. Why do you both know you won't?
Oh, okay. Yeah. In the meantime, while you are reading that, I will show everyone the little sign that I have in front of my computer uh, that helps me stay motivated when I am struggling with writing issues. Get it, girl?
Get it, girl.
That's,
Hey, Kevin,
yes.
why are you mad at Jacob? And why won't you tell him about it?
Um, I'm mad because it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense, and he's. I can't think the way I used to, and there's I'm scared and confused, and Jake is just really. I'm just doing Jake's plan. I'm just digging. That was Jake's idea. I can't have any ideas, and we just have to do his. I'm mad because what I'm saying to myself is, oh, we just defaulted to his plan. Of course we did. We can't even ask me what my plan is. But really, I'm not saying anything because I don't have a plan.
What do you accuse Jake of that you know is not true?
Um, I feel like I've been accusing Jake of a lot of things in the past 5 years. Um, I think I accuse him of like um, uh, of like stealing my laptop whenever I couldn't find it. You know, like back in the day, like I lost my laptop for a whole week. Like of stealing my laptop, a bunch of little things like that. And then I come back to his thinking of like he said X was the Minotaur. You planned this. This is a prank, didn't you? You said you used to do pranks all the time, cutting people's bike locks off. Yeah.
Do you blame him for not engaging with the accusation?
Oh, I mean that means it's correct. It's got to be. You know, like yeah, I totally blame him.
Does it make you feel better, Kevin, when you see that this eats away at Jacob day after day, that whole year that you spend digging?
5 years.
Does it feel good that
Yeah, it
it keeps
really
him up at
fucking
night?
does. Yes, it does. He should.
Does
I
it
say
feel
that
good that it motivates him to work harder than he's worked before to get you out
absolutely.
of here?
That feels amazing. He should. Yeah.
Well, then that's the end of the scene.
Cool.
Cool, let's draw.
Ba! Sha!
Papa.
King of Spades.
Nine of Hearts.
No more
Well,
tokens.
you look, I'll read. That was the Eight of Diamonds. They are angry with you and claim you know what you did, but you have no idea. Why do you refuse to make amends? Because it was a lie.
We walk out of the little cave we've made.
Mhm.
As soon as we exit the cave, we're back in the labyrinth. The water is gone. The walls feel solid. Above us is just darkness. We come to this opening, right? We look just very briefly to the left. Um, and you see a little campfire made of burnt moss and pieces of paper. You see a textbook next to a backpack, the pages having been ripped out of it. There are no strewn about pages. It looks like no one has been here for quite a while. You look in the backpack. Protractor's in there. Protractor has not been sharpened. Um,
Hey, Kevin.
I come out of the cave. Oh shit! My back. You watch Kevin take a deep breath and like kind of open his eyes a little bit, yawn, stretch, and go to his textbook and like look at what pages were there, what pages are missing, those things. And he like makes a gross face, puts it down. He's like, "It's wet. It's wet. Why is it wet? Ew, it smells bad." You go to smell it. Um, uh, um, has does Jake have a familiarity enough to recognize this as the smell of pee?
Yes.
Okay, a human,
Oh, God.
like a person, has peed on this and on the fire as well. Looks like that's why it was put out.
Hmm.
What happened? Kevin's like, what? This was where we were before we saw the Elsie.
Hey, dude. How'd you sharpen that protractor thing?
What do you mean? You feel your face, your
You
beard is back.
sharp Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin.
What?
Uh,
Did I forget
Jacob is
something?
gonna go back to the cave and get the sword.
Okay. Yeah. You go back in the cave. You get the sword. What does Kevin expect to find coming back out of that cave? Sorry, Jake.
Kevin.
What does Jake expect to find?
Oh, okay.
You're Jake.
Jacob expects Jacob. Yes, I'm Jacob. Jacob, me expects to find Kevin like trying to walk towards the cave to see what he's doing.
Cool. Um, how does Jacob feel when he walks back out of the cave and Kevin is not there? The campsite is not there, and the water is everywhere. The muddy walls and the stars are above him.
No, 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 no. Panic is what he feels. I can't run away if I'm trapped in here, man. I can't run away if I'm just blanked out there, man. I'm just standing there, man.
Cool. I think that's the end of the scene.
I hate that.
I really like cutting these scenes short.
That's good.
Yeah, that was just you see an abandoned area once inhabited by people that has been completely destroyed. There are no signs of the fray.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Drawing time.
Draw a card.
Draw a card and flip the card.
4 clubs.
10 of spades, diamonds. 10 of diamonds.
Oh.
No tokens, but diamonds. Um, um, Jacob has done everything he can in every moment he's had to hold tight to Kevin. And now in this strange experience, in this strange moment, Kevin is gone. Why is Jacob feeling comforted by that?
He thinks Kevin's the Minotaur. He thinks like back to the campsite that they just found, the protractor was sharpened. He doesn't remember Kevin sharpening it. And it's almost like every time they find the campsite again, that's when the Minotaur had attacked. Right? So I don't know what's happened. Like he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't think like Kevin's doing it on purpose, but like carving a pig with the cleaver is a great way to sharpen a protractor.
Okay, and what does Jake do when he hears hooven heavy steps coming towards him?
He runs.
Okay. Through the water, through the mud, running. The steps get closer.
Towards the stars.
Towards the stars. Toward the hooves or away from the hooves?
Away from the hooves.
Cool.
Runs away.
Yeah. The hooves are starting to get closer. Do you run faster? Do you...
I dive down into the water.
Incredible. The water is very, very shallow. You jump up, you dive down, you are swimming in a pool. fully submerged, swimming in this water, not knowing where the bottom is. You can see the top. And you still hear those hooven steps coming.
I swim further down and down and down. Like letting the weight of the sword just drag me.
Oh, that's good. The chest gets tighter as it gets harder to breathe. Your ears, pain, right? Getting deeper and deeper. You really, really want to breathe. So desperately. Your chest hurts. Your head feels like it's going to explode. You start having little convulsions, but they're not shaky. It feels like one big convulsion after the other. It feels like you're heaving. And the next thing you know, you are standing facing away from Kevin, who is holding you by the waist, pretty much just wrapped around you. And you're kind of trudging along with him on there.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
You were going. I'm just trying to stop you.
No. Good. Don't stop me.
You look at your hand.
Agreed.
You brought the sword with you. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I would have been alone.
You said you were going to come with me.
But I didn't hear it. I wasn't there.
Follow. That's our way out. That's our way out, man.
Okay. I will. And that's the end of the scene. Yeah. They want to be alone. You don't. What do you both do?
Oh, no. That's so sad. That's so upsetting.
This is a very sad game.
Only thing you do is draw.
Yes. 3 of spades.
Please, no. It's an 8 of hearts.
Oh,
I just want to get some tokens.
me too. We have 3 of each,
I
I
feel
think.
so bogged down. Okay, I got this. Kevin,
Yes. Okay.
what do you suspect Jacob is not telling you?
Jacob keeps saying X is the Minotaur, or that someone is the Minotaur, someone is Elsie. Keeps giving it names. I think he has some kind of connection. Like, I think he feels something that I'm not feeling. I think he knows something about this that I'm not feeling. I think I've come to terms with the fact that he didn't plan this whole thing. But I think he knows who the Minotaur is and keeps saying it's someone else. He's making up names to hide the real name of it.
That's the end of that.
Cool. Draw
Nothing left to
again.
do but draw a card. Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds. King of Clubs.
Okay, as you look for that, you want to tell them something, but you can't bring yourself to do it. Why don't they already know what you want to
Oh,
say?
yeah, we had that one earlier in the game. Holy shit.
What?
Um, we're walking. We're so exhausted. It's been years of moss. Years of moss. So much moss. Um, oh. And that makes the most sense. So yeah. And we suddenly both of us get a bit of a tingle on the back of our necks. Look at each other, and as soon as we look at each other, something happens. The um, the thing I want to know about Jacob is how his brain. I feel like we're going to kind of dive in to a little moment here of what is the first thought when he watches Kevin just fall, not crumple to the ground, but as though the ground is gone from him and he just falls straight down. What is the first thought that goes into Jacob's mind?
He can't stop me if he's gone.
Cool. And what is the first thought as you start to fall?
Thank God I'm falling with him.
Amazing. You both fall into the water. This is the same water that you dove into when you took a swan dive into 1 foot deep water. You're both there. You still have the sword. The sword is getting really, really heavy. Both of you are treading water, trying to stay afloat, trying to breathe. What now do you do as you look around and all you can see above you are stars and around you is water?
Big gulp, grab Kevin's shirt, and let the sword pull us under.
Cool. Into the scene. You're in a new terrain and you're vastly unprepared. Makes sense.
Bound together, am
And
I
now we're
right?
underwater. Drawing a card. Ready, card. 10 of hearts.
Fuck my life. Fuck my actual life. It's a 2 of
Redraw.
spades.
Let's redraw.
Nope, that's not the game.
You're right.
The place it's I am both enjoying and I am enjoying how the gameplay is mirroring this narrative.
You're so right. You're so right. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. The water starts to get a little bit warmer as you sink lower and lower. Someone is vacuuming outside my apartment, by the way, so it might get a little loud. It's definitely going to get a little loud. The water starts to get a little bit warmer, a little bit warmer, a little bit warmer. As you get lower and lower. This time, somehow, you don't seem to need to breathe. You're comfortable. As you get warmer, feel warmer and warmer. Are you concerned that Kevin seems to be getting colder and colder?
Yes. But I don't know why. Like that's just kind of how the world feels when you get warmer as everything gets colder, but yeah, I think there is like a sense of is something wrong?
Yeah. Where you look back at Kevin, and when you make eye contact, you see this incredible look of fear on his face. He puts his feet in your chest and shoves off of you, so you separate in the water. As you still start to get even warmer and warmer and warmer. And Kevin is shoved off of you very hard and starts to swim toward the surface. Why aren't you worried?
Because he'll get here eventually.
Okay. What do you think Kevin is thinking right now?
I think Kevin thinks he can't breathe. I think Kevin is scared.
Okay. The sword in your hand starts to get lighter. it seems like it wants to float up toward the ceiling. Nope, the surface. You watch Kevin get to the surface and then start to swim to the side. And you watch this, you feel the sword pull, not towards the surface, but toward Kevin. Where does it feel? Where do you think Kevin is going?
Back to the cave.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's the end of that scene.
Amazing.
Um,
Wild.
You are hiding something from them. Is it something you will tell them, or can they never know?
What? Oh my goodness.
It's something you can never know.
Now I'm at the bottom of a lake. Draw a card.
Yeah. Well, the sword's trying to pull you up. I don't know if you're going to let go of it or not. Card? 5 of
Card.
spades.
Queen of diamonds.
It's all you. In the meantime, I will tell the audience what I was hiding. I was hiding this pen out of frame. That's not true. I wasn't going to tell them.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Kevin, what were you hiding?
Who's asking?
The
like,
game.
Is that Jacob asking?
Hey, knock, Kevin. The game's a
Cool.
Colin.
Yeah.
First leading question. What are you hiding from Jacob?
What Kevin was hiding from Jacob was what he was seeing, was his vision. Was Jacob's beard start to grow and change color a bit. And the hair start to extend onto his chest and shoulders more intensely. And little tiny horns start to poke out of his head. As he got denser and denser, and the heat coming off of this person becoming beast. Yeah.
When Jacob's claws scratched you as you were going towards the surface, how did you hide it from him?
I found pages in the water from my textbook.
What the fuck?
And I put them on my leg where he had reached for me and scratched me. And I try to get them to just stay there. And they're wet, so they're a little bit sticky. So then when I put my pants kind of over it and like tie my, like if my pant leg tore and was split, and I tied my pants together a little bit. I did my best to figure out how to make sure he doesn't know I'm hurt. The Minotaur doesn't know that I'm hurt. And I swim away.
As you swim away and eventually reach shore, some sort of stony shore, and an entrance to the labyrinth appears. You follow it, and when you reach the campsite again and the cave there, and you see Jacob working in the cave again with the sword, how do you continue to hide your injury from him?
I look at him very sneakily, kind of just checking in with his beard and the top of his head to see if there are horns. There are no horns happening there. that must not have been real. Working in the cave again, I think I'd try my best not to limp, and then I just expect that he isn't really going to turn around that often. And I don't really make that much of an effort to hide it. Yeah.
As the next 2 years go by, how does this injury impede your eventual carving into this wall, making almost a tunnel at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm of almost no help at this point. I think I got a serious infection. I got horribly ill for a while. And oh, I think I think I think I struggled for a long time with like trying to not limp, trying to not ever complain about it, trying to hide it, and then just gave up and expected he would figure it out someday. And then the more he didn't notice, the more I just spent more time not working and just sitting down and thinking it'll be okay. Jacob will dig it all for me.
Does it surprise you that this Jacob would set out extra portions of food and lay damp pieces of textbook paper for your head at night? Does it surprise you that this Jacob, in a way, took care of you when you didn't even know? Does it surprise you that this Jacob is determined to break through to the other side of this wall?
I mean, this is what he did when he first discovered he could dig into the wall. Before he found the sword, even. No, it doesn't surprise me. It makes me happy. The whole time
Is
I
it
was trying to solve the movie.
strange that this Jacob is better than the last Jacob? In what ways have you seen improvement?
He's really caring. You know, he's a bit more gentle with the way he talks. Jacob was always quite gentle, but this person honestly reminds me of mom quite a lot. Of he just wants what's best for me, and if I'm not making the right choice to make it better for me, he'll just do it. You know, and then I can still make my own choice, but the safer option will be there, or at least what he thinks of as a safer option is just already done, already made. You know, I don't want to eat one night. He's like, okay, food's made for you, so it's there. You should eat it, but go for it. Whereas Jacob before, his vibe was a lot more of like, okay, we do need to eat. Let's do that. How do I do that? What do I do? Uh, you know, he just jumps into it. Um, I just don't have to do anything anymore because it's taken care of.
Amazing. That's it.
Cool. Draw
Draw!
time. Draw,
Better be the King of Hearts.
dude. It's a heart.
Is it?
4.
4 of hearts. Okay.
4 of hearts.
Before I
Unravel
look this.
token. Our 4th unravel
Oh,
token.
that's not good. Oh. Okay, so Queen of Diamonds, which was the last prompt, you notice they have been hiding an injury from you. How has
Ah,
it impacted their travels, and why do you think they haven't told you? Okay, going
mhm.
on. Uh-oh. Bye, camera.
That was a really cute way that it fell.
I know, it like plopped. Okay, so going on 7 years. Oh no, the cards. This game knows.
It fucking 7 years.
What does Kevin do when a hairy, half-horned Jacob comes back to the cave with the sword?
And Jacob's also in the cave.
And Jacob is also in the cave.
I hug the Jacob that is hornless. I hide behind him. I feel
What do
like I'm
you
showing.
do
Yeah.
when nothing but like a horrendous growl and scream come out of the maw of the other Jacob as he points the sword towards both of you?
I scream in a panic. I grab a rock. Uh, and I get ready to throw it.
Uh, do you throw the rock
No, I'm
when
not
you?
making the first move. The Jacob that I like is gonna make the first move, I hope,
Uh
and then
huh.
I'm gonna follow his lead.
But Kevin,
Yeah,
is the rock thrown when your new Jacob is
yeah,
grabbed by the hairy Jacob and thrown up against the wall he's been carving? Is your rock thrown when
yeah.
your Jacob is lifted 3 feet into the air by the scruff of his shirt? Is your rock thrown then?
Yes.
As the rock is thrown and as it hits the back of old Jacob's head, he drops new Jacob and the sword, both of them collapsing. Do you pick up the swords?
Both swords?
Both swords.
I think I grab them and I throw them farther down the cave.
You throw them farther down the
Yeah,
cave,
I can't.
and
I
as you
can't use the sword
look,
right now.
as you touched both of them, you look back at the Jacobs, and they look exactly the same, just scrambling with each other on the floor.
Oh my god! I let go of the swords again just to see.
As the two Jacobs, identical now, stand
Oh,
up and start
yeah.
to punch and fight each other,
Okay.
who do you reach out to?
Can I remember which one was which?
Who do you reach out to, Kevin?
Jacob.
You reach out to Jacob, left or right?
I take the sword and I think I just pick the one that's closest to me. And I get myself in front of that Jacob and hold the sword at the other one.
You grab left or right, Kevin?
um, I I I think I mean it's left. It's got to be left. And
Grab to the
nowadays,
left.
it's left.
Grab to the left. Point the sword at the right.
Hmm.
Both Jacobs stand scared, one behind you, the other, his hands up. What is the question you ask him?
Who who gonna give it to you?
Jacob walks closer to the sword so that the point is at his chest.
Hmm.
what is your response when he says, "I don't know who's gonna give it to me"?
I stab him.
You stab him, and immediately as the sword pierces his chest, do you continue to go and he screams, "Ow, ow, 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 ow"?
Oh no, I can't. I want to, but I can't. Oh, I stop. And I look at
As you
Jacob and I'm like, but it hurts. It's you. What do I do? He doesn't know. Oh, and then I think I stab him a little bit more. And I'm like, no, but I don't know what to do.
uh, as right Jacob holds the wound on his chest, left Jacob goes to pick up the second sword. Do you let him finish
Yeah.
right Jacob off?
Oh, oh. I turn around.
I think for the longest time you hear silence. I think as Jacob says, X gonna give it to you, and takes the other sword and jams it into the wall, you hear silence. How deafening is that silence when you
A
don't
very.
see a body on the floor as you turn around?
Do I see? But I see Jacob.
You see Jacob.
I'm hugging up Jacob.
As you hug up Jacob,
I'm in there.
how does his cold skin feel against your cold skin?
Oh, oh. Um, refreshing. Uh,
Okay, that
I'm not
answers the
afraid.
question. That does the prompt. We're
Yeah. What's the prompt?
done.
How does his cold skin feel against your cold skin?
That's it. That was the prompt, actually. No, let me read it before, just in case I draw the next one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
King
yeah.
of Hearts, you have a nightmare or other type of natural vision, vivid and visceral. They are the one to wake you when you start screaming. How do they do it? What do they say to you after? What part of it do you know might come true?
Yeah.
Drop.
Okay. The Queen of Clubs.
Three of diamonds.
Oh, Queen of Clubs. The next day,
Mm.
we wake up. What is the first thing that Jacob moves to do when he wakes up?
The first thing that Jacob does is make some food and grabs the sword.
Okay. As you go to reach for the sword, you look at the ground around where you left it. Hoof prints. Very, very large hoof prints on the ground. You do not see the hilt of the sword, but you do see about maybe a foot of the blade, the tip of the blade to about almost at the fort, as the sword has been broken. There are dirt crescent shapes on the blade as well. It's been trampled.
What?
Why don't you feel like you need a new campsite?
Because he'll find us anyway.
Yeah. Is there anything else you do?
Start to dig around the fucking other sword in the wall.
There's two swords. We gotta get that sword out. That sounds fucking stupid. Cool. Do you reach to grab the sword?
The other one?
Yeah. Do you try to pull that sword out of the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel when it doesn't come out of the wall?
I feel like shit.
do you do you get Kevin to try to take it out of the wall for you? Do you go
No,
get
I
Kevin?
don't. I gather up the metal of the sword and I I start to gather some stone and like carve out my next project is to melt this metal down and to make something new. If the sword is broken, at least I can use the little bits of whatever the fuck we have.
Yeah.
Make it easier to get this new sword out.
Cool. That answers the question.
Amazing. Draw.
Yes. During the night, someone came to the camp. What was broken? What was stolen? What's there? Ready? 5 of diamonds. Of
Queen
diamonds. Yes.
of spades.
This bad's. So yes, it was during the night. Something has happened that allowed someone or something to go through your camp and supplies. What's been taken? What's been broken? What message has been left for you? And why do you think you are still alive? Um, we are still alive to dig. 3 destination tokens. Oh, we got those 3 destination tokens so fast.
I know he did.
Yeah. Last 4 tokens have been unraveled tokens.
So 10 years of this, a decade in the labyrinth.
Oh my god.
That is when Jacob finally breaks through to the other side of the wall.
Okay.
That is when the dream is broken.
Amazing.
You look out the small golf ball size hole. And before you even make it to the hole, how do you feel? How do you feel when the logic hits you of what's on the other side of of a fucking wall in a labyrinth?
Kevin is helping, I think. Back to helping. It's been a good year. So I think his leg's doing a little better. But I don't think it will ever be the same. There's so much hope somehow. Uh, it doesn't make sense that we didn't have to go through the Minotaur. That's how it works. You deal with the Minotaur, or you solve the maze. We spent 3 years in the beginning trying to solve the maze. Um, then we tried to trick the maze, basically, coming through here. But we haven't dealt with the Minotaur. That doesn't make sense. That's the logic that hits Kevin.
What is Jacob's first excuse when you see on the other side of the wall another fucking passageway through the labyrinth?
What is Jacob's first excuse?
What is Jacob's first excuse?
So what do I hear from Jacob? I mean, it's like a how could I have known? Like, and I whatever he says, I take it as you're the book one. You should have known this would never work. You know?
How do you react to that?
Um, I think I yell at him a little bit. I think I hit him with the same old sibling fighting of like, okay, but you need to have some ideas too, okay? And then I pout. And then as soon as that happens, comes out, we might go back and forth a little bit. But I think I feel really comforted by the fact that we just had a fight. I think I feel a little bit better, a little bit more like myself, more like my 25-year-old self.
What's the next step, Kevin?
We make the hole bigger and try to go through and see if it's a different labyrinth, see if it's a different passageway, or see if it connects back to where we were.
How broken are you when you see the campsite
Oh,
one more time? Bag full, protractor unsharpened. But the fire's still going.
I go back through the cave and try to see if when I pop out of the other side of the cave, is it the same? Like if my eyes get real big and I'm like, I need you to stay here, Jacob. You got to stay. Don't move. You got to stay right here. Should you tie yourself up so we can make sure that you stay right here?
I'll stay right here.
Okay, you stay right here. You tie yourself up while I'm gone. Tie your
Okay.
ankles together. It should be fine. And then I just tie your shoelaces. And then I run as much as I can to the other camp, not the other campsite, but back through there to see if I pop back out and it's a different and he's not there. Or if we just made a loop.
You run back towards the other camp. And as you see your campsite used, like bag open, things like torn amok, like it is frayed from years of use.
Yeah.
And then run back past Jacob, who's tied his shoes together, to the other campsite that is new and a fire is going.
I turn to Jake. I'm like, this is amazing.
What does that
This
make?
is perfect. This is new. This is good. Okay? Now we just got to find the Minotaur and we'll be okay. Because then we got to work through the problem. And that's how it always works. And then we solve the maze. Because this is a new maze. We don't even need the Minotaur. This is a new maze. Let's go. I'm going to take this paper. No fire. No fires anymore. I'm going to make a map. And then I start to like make maps as we go through the maze.
Okay, Kevin, last question.
Yeah.
This one's important. Do you groan or do you snicker when you hear Jacob say under his breath, well, of course it's a maze, it's a labyrinth?
First thought, I killed the wrong Jacob. Second thought, I think I laugh. Yeah. I'm feeling happy right now. I think if it was yesterday, I would have stabbed him. Yeah. But I laugh.
Amazing. That's it.
Cool. Draw.
The question is
Oh,
draw. 3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds.
Ah!
6 of clubs.
Okay, as you look, I'll read the last prompt. Queen of spades. You are directed off course because of a mistake you made. What excuses do you make? And do they believe and forgive you?
How does Jacob feel that as we're going through this new maze, this new labyrinth, that Kevin won't let him see the map?
This Jacob feels okay with that. This Jacob feels that any decision Kevin makes is going to be the right decision.
Cool. Um, uh, what does Jacob do to make Kevin slow down long enough for him to like rest his feet, to eat, to uh, take his shoes off? You know, how does Jacob keep them alive?
In subtle ways.
Yeah.
Jacob's opus was like the make of mistakes, the the fuck ups, the stop exploring and make a cave that leads to another labyrinth that doesn't do anything ultimately. So like he always trusted his brother. Somewhere down the line, something changed. He evolved, but now that part of him is dead, and unequivocally
Yeah.
trusts whatever Kevin is going to say. They're adults now. This has been more of their life.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost more of this than there has been of regular life.
Oh yeah, yeah. Give it fucking
Wow.
5 years, and Kevin is down here
Yeah.
half of his
Um,
goddamn life. Yeah.
what does Jacob give up in his own care for the sake of Kevin's?
Jacob notices that the path they are walking has to be correct, has to be a move forward because there is less moss, less greenery, less
Mm-hmm.
things alive here.
Yeah.
So this Jacob does something he hopes Kevin doesn't notice, and he stops eating.
Cool. Into that scene. It's how are you able to keep yourself, equipment, and stuff and thing caravan clean? All that kind of this. New card, and
What are
it's
we
this card.
manifesting?
The A of diamonds. The ace of diamonds.
You didn't let us manifest 7 of clubs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Could have been
you're right.
different, Keller.
My apologies.
Things could have been different.
Yes, I will finish reading this, and then it's as you do read that thing. Do you have to help each other, or do you do it separately? Oh, Kevin's all in that map right now. So locked in. I think he keeps a pencil right in there in the ear because he's got his backpack again. Keeps a pencil right there. And sometimes when he gets mad, he takes it out and he throws the pencil back behind where they came from and then keeps walking with a new pencil. And so Jacob sometimes just has to run back and get the pencil for him so that Kevin won't run out of pencils. Oh my God, that's cute.
Kevin.
Jacob's so cute.
Kevin.
What?
What happens? What happens when it's a dead end?
The first thing that happens is it's a dead end. He's looking at the map he's been creating, gets to the end. First thing is, dead end. We got to go back and try the other way. And then turns around, sees Jacob, sees the look of dread on Jacob's face. Kevin hasn't even really realized how far we've gone. Something I think Jacob has had to be acutely aware of. That Kevin, just because he had someone taking care of him, had the luxury of not. As soon as he realizes how far we've come, how far we have to go back, I think something feels like falls out from under him. He gets a very gentle and open expression on his face. Just says to Jacob, I guess we'll go that way this time. And we'll find Elsie. And then starts walking.
Do you notice the symbol on multiple bricks of the wall that stops you from progressing your path? Or do you turn around and commit to another way?
I think Kevin is certainly one to not miss those details. Right? He's going to see those symbols. Yes.
How hard is the choice when you realize how hard is the choice to move forward and you realize you know nothing about these symbols? There has been no indication of anything about these symbols. This is something completely and wholly new. No matter how much you rack your brain, no matter how much you go through Jacob's phone, there is nothing you can learn or
It's just
remember about
album
these
covers.
symbols that helps
It's just
you.
possible album covers. Um,
What is the decision?
I think he sees symbols on the wall. And I think for the first time, this is new. I think for the first time, Kevin thinks about where we came from, how we got into this labyrinth. We were in a subway. There's all kind of shit on subway walls. There are rats in the subway. There are no bats. So there are some things that are making him think maybe this is the direction I need to go to get back. In the wall there, and the wall is on the dead end, right? The symbols.
Yes.
And so I think I have to make a very difficult decision to ask Jacob for help digging a new cave in this wall and these symbols.
How many years does it take to dig a new hole to reach the end?
I think it's got to be I think it's got to be another 10 years.
That's the end of the scene.
Cool.
Drop.
Drawing. It's the Jack of Hearts. Is it a heart? Don't. Oh my god.
8 of clubs.
Oh, 8 of clubs. Okay. Jack of Hearts time. I will have to go to work eventually, but like in 2 hours.
We'll
So
run
this
out of
time,
cards by then.
we the Jack of Hearts. This works so well. These cards know.
Uh,
Does Jacob shave when um, Kevin hands him the sharpened protractor again?
yes.
Cool. Next day, you wake up. Does Jacob shave when Kevin hands him the sharpened protractor again?
Yes.
Cool. It goes that way every day for the next year, for one of the years of trying to dig this cave. Do you shave every day?
If every day
And
Kevin
when you question it.
hands Jacob the protractor with the intent for Jacob to shave, this Jacob to shave, this
Yep.
Jacob will shave.
Okay. Do you ever mention anything different about it or anything about that?
If Kevin does not mention anything different about it, this
Okay.
Jacob will not mention anything different about it.
Okay. One night, after months of this, um, does Jacob let Kevin know that he woke up? When you wake up to feeling Kevin shaving your shoulders and back with the protractor.
Jacob will let it happen and stay silent.
Okay. Um, uh, the next night, do you do the same thing when you feel Kevin grinding at two spots on the top of your head with a stone from the wall?
I think this Jacob would stop Kevin when his head starts to turn to mud.
Um, when you stop Kevin, he stops offering the protractor to you or giving it to you. He doesn't shave your shoulders again. You start to get a headache. How long does it take you to notice that you are growing horns out of your head? How long do they get before you notice?
Instantly.
Okay.
Even before when he started to shave his back. This Jacob didn't think he could turn into one of them. but something about Kevin is, I don't know, they fought. That wasn't supposed to happen. The farther they get, the more the rules change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? That's being 37, right?
That's what your late 30s is like. Yo, into that scene. Woo! Okay, draw time.
Draw time.
Draw time.
Here we go. This is it. I
The
can feel it.
3 of diamonds.
The Queen of Clubs.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We were gonna manifest again. Should we try again with the same card?
I think what we should do is you should read that last one, and
Yeah.
I'll read this
Yeah.
one.
So we've had that one before. You cannot stand the sight of them like this. Is it their behavior? Is it their appearance?
Oof.
Are they hurt or gloating? How do you make it stop? Yeah. Which, just worked really
Okay.
well with the Minotaur things. Yes.
The last night
Yeah.
before the wall is bored through.
Yeah.
You fall asleep peacefully, but how shocking is it to wake up to see the wall collapse? There's a hole in it leading to yet another campsite. But this campsite, the backpack is missing. Only the protractor is left. How shocked are you to find the hole, the protractor, but no backpack and no Jacob?
No Jacob in the cave I came from either?
Nope.
Okay. I'm quite shocked to find no Jacob. The new campsite, sucks, but might have happened. There's less of what I came in with, though. So maybe that's a good sign. I don't know. But there's no Jacob, so I don't know what to do about that. So I get my books, I get the paper, new map, and I start going.
What message has Jacob left you that will help you find him?
Oh, what would Jacob leave? It is a statue of the bacon keeper. But like with one paw, one. What do they have? One toe. They have what kind
They
of
have
feet? Do
hooves.
they have hooves?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they have hooves. With one hoof up and like nose more forward, like a pointer dog, in a specific direction, and that's where I'm going to make my map. And then bring the new protractor along with me. So now I have 2 protractors in my backpack.
Did Jacob leave you the swords?
Only one sword.
One sword. Oh, what did he reforge it into?
Oh, I don't know. What did Jacob reforge the sword into?
I was thinking a pickaxe.
Dope.
So very
That
like
would be a very
crude.
small pickaxe. 1
Yeah,
foot
very
of
like crudely
thin
made. Yeah,
steel.
yeah, 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 yeah. Just like more of like a chisel, I guess.
Yeah. More things. I mean, a sword kind of is a chisel. Just without a
I don't
handle.
know.
A pointy chisel. But yeah,
You gotta glue it all
yeah,
together.
I don't, I think no. Yeah, I think he would have left the sword and taken the chisel.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's it. That's end of it.
Cool.
Drop.
Draw card. Oh, manifesting.
Manifesting.
What do you want it to be?
I want it to be. I can't say what it is.
What do you want my
Then
card to be though? You can't say what your card is.
I want your card to be an even number. What do you want my card to be?
I don't want that.
Okay, well, 3, 2, 1.
Ace of Spades.
Spades. That's
That
it.
is the final unravel token.
Yes, it is. 10 of spades.
Oh yeah, it's you,
Yes, it is.
not me. Oh,
Okay. Can't we're down to the wire. You can't just like disappear from me now. There you are. There you are. You alone do what for how long without Jacob?
I try to make a map to get out. I try to solve the maze. We tried to solve the maze. Then we tried to cheat the maze. The maze put us back in, but it changed something. It gave us less tools because we cheated. We have to do it honestly. We have to solve the maze. And I think what's different this time is I want to find the Minotaur. I don't want to follow it. You know, I don't want to give in to the mystical calling that something is doing. I want to find it. I want to use my intelligence, my understanding of whatever ancient Greek story we're talking about that Keller doesn't know to solve the maze.
Well, maybe you'll know this one.
Yeah.
Kevin, on this quest to make this map, to find the Minotaur, how many caves do you have to dig? How many swords do you find? How many of them are broken, trampled under hooves of a Minotaur who just narrowly escapes your grasp? How many times?
4.
These shards, does it surprise you when they're broken under hooves that they look like feathers?
Yes. The shards do, or the hooves look like feathers?
The shards, when they're broken by the hooves.
Oh. Yes. Yes, that does surprise me.
How many of them do you have to collect before you realize this?
Feathers?
Yes?
How many steel feathers do I need to collect? I would say 3. Just enough for a pattern.
3.
And the 4th sword.
What happens to break the pattern?
Um, I'm digging the next cave. I get to the next campsite. I sleep. The sword is broken. Instead of going and directly picking it up, I walk away frustrated for a moment, step in something, look at my foot, and realize that I've stepped in chewing gum.
Does it disgust you that this chewing gum is slimy and made of like a mud-like material as you taste it to
Yeah.
try to taste
Oh,
it?
yeah, I think it's chewing gum. I'm putting that bitch in my mouth. Sorry I said that.
As you chew it, it chews like chewing gum, but how disgusting is it to know that this is like a little gravelly and tastes like the earth? Or does it not?
So gross and different than moss.
Mm,
I'm good. I'm good with it.
mm. What about this puts you on a different path?
I walk in the direction away from the sword, away from maybe where the pig was pointing the first time, maybe in the way the pig is pointing this time. And that's when I step on the gum, just because I took a few steps that way in frustration and realized I never went that way because I trusted Jacob.
Mm.
I trusted that the sign was from Jacob, and I trust him. And I think to myself, I don't think I can rely on him anymore. I don't think I can trust my brother. And then I walk in the other direction.
What's the grass smell like as you reach the middle of the labyrinth?
Smells like Central Park. Kind of shit, but also fresh air.
How high above you, unattainable by any ladder, unable to see a siding that can reach up to it? How tall, how high is the hole that lets you see the sky full of stars?
Oh, 10 feet. But here's the thing is Jacob can dunk a basketball. Jacob could reach it. I can't.
Button, unobtainable.
Yeah. What am I going
Uh,
to make a ladder out of? I can't. Can you reach a hole 10 feet up and climb it? Can't jump that. I got a busted leg. We can make it 100.
amazing. You're
Yeah.
fraying.
Yep.
You're fraying.
I am. I'm afraid.
Yes,
Yes.
we're afraid. Okay, 100 feet above you. I love it.
10. But sure.
Shut up. Okay, looking up above you, 40 years spending digging these tunnels. How old do you feel?
I think right now, I mean, I'm tired. My leg hurts. But I got to the middle. I solved it. I did it. I solved the maze. Maybe not the labyrinth, but the maze of it. I solved it. So I think I'm feeling like 23, 24 because I think it was 7 years. So 22, 23. I think it was 7 years after they started getting there that he hurt his leg. That Jacob stabbed me in the leg with his claws. So yeah, like early 20s, but bodily damaged.
What is your first reaction when you see the Minotaur walk into the space with um walk into the space with a basket full of these metal shards?
I I think I know. I think in his head it's like, okay, we lost. I solved it, but it's here. I can't beat this thing. Jacob couldn't. I can't. Jacob probably couldn't either. So I just walk up and I give him the feathers that I have collected. And I just stand in front of this Minotaur, terrified. I think I pee a little bit. Maybe I pee a lot of it. And then I just hold the feathers that I have collected up to him.
Do the feathers look beautiful to you in the moonlight?
Yes. I haven't seen the moon in so long.
What does the Minotaur feel like when it starts to come apart in the moonlight, melting into this strange substance you thought was chewing gum so long ago?
What is the Minotaur feeling?
What does it feel like?
I think it feels like I'm being swallowed by chewing gum.
As you are swallowed by chewing gum, does it surprise you when a 17-year-old boy wraps his arms around your waist and hugs you very tightly?
Oh, yes.
Do you laugh when you hear in your chest, X gonna give it to you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I punch whoever that was. I was happy for a moment to receive the hug, and then and now it's a prank. And now,
Uh,
for a brief moment, I'm like, was everything a prank? Am I dying? Am I dead? I'm not dead. And I punch. And I start
you
punching, and I'm like, no, it's been 40 years. And then I punch.
you punch Jacob, and your arm like strikes him on the shoulder. Uh, does it hurt a little bit when you realize it is like oldened and liver spotted and not the 20-something-year-old hand you thought or you felt like?
Yeah, it hurts. My hand hurts. My leg hurts. Ow.
Are you up to the final task, Kevin, as Jacob takes a backpack full of protractors and starts to extend them into the shape of wings?
Um, no. I'm mad. And I don't want to go anywhere with Jacob. Uh, I think that I'm not sure if he's real. I think go find a place to sit down and wait for the Minotaur
Hmm.
because that's the only person I can trust.
Do you cry as the 17-year-old Jacob melts into the same mud?
Yes.
Scene of the scene.
To the game.
Nope. We draw
Oh
one
yeah,
more
right.
time.
We do one more.
We do one more, and this is the finale. It's the very last one, okay? So the ending is unraveled once again. We draw one last set of cards, answer it as if it were a ranking match. You may pick the rank of either card.
Yes.
Use this prompt to determine why the journey has failed. The journey can end in death or the abandonment of one or both of the characters. For the final time in this
Yes.
episode, we're going to draw a card.
Draw a card. Shall we manifest?
Yes.
Okay. I want it to be a little bit curvy. Not
I
curvy,
also
but like not angular.
I also want it to be a little bit curvy and not angular.
Sweet.
I also would
Ready?
I also would like it to be less of a color and more of a shade.
The fuck does that mean?
That means flip.
Oh, cool.
I got the
So 5 of
9.
hearts and 9 of spades?
9
Oh,
of
5 9.
spades.
5 and 9.
Okay. Which one do you want? 5 or 9?
We got to read them both, right?
No, we pick one to go with.
Yeah. Can we read them before?
I say no. I say let it be a surprise.
Okay, I've already read one of them, so you need to choose then.
Okay, which one is that? Which one did you read?
Well, I've already read one of them,
Okay, I'll pick
so it
5.
will be a biased for me.
Perfect. So
So
I'll
which one?
read this one out loud, and this is the end. You ready?
Okay.
One of them is awoken in the middle of the night to the sound of the other weeping. Do they do anything about it? In the morning, do either of them speak about it? This starts, I think, like apropos of like whole goddamn story right after that last scene.
Yeah.
Jacob is in the water where we last left him. He is holding onto the sword that is getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And he flies up and up and up and out of the pool, which is the top of this chamber. And he floats above the old Kevin who is weeping. Hey. Hey, old man.
I think Kevin doesn't just refuse. Like at first, is refusing to believe anything he hears, anything he sees, and so he just hears that crying and just covers his ears.
Are you okay?
And
Oh,
eventually,
shit.
Jake.
Well, yeah?
Oh, Jake. It's me.
Are you me?
Yes. Yes, I am, Jacob.
Kevin, you piece of shit. You suck at lying every single
Exclusivity.
time. And I'm going to hug you very gently.
Got him, and then I nut tap you.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'm trying to be nice for once, okay?
Oh, yeah. Really? That'd be
Hey,
great.
you know what's kind of funny?
What?
This is, it's just kind of like that story, you know?
I don't remember much anymore.
Here, let me tell it to you. It was after the one you forgot, right? The King Minos
Yeah.
refused to kill his son, the Minotaur.
Oh,
He enslaved this dude named Daedalus, right? Who made the labyrinth underneath his kingdom. Well, Daedalus had a son, Icarus. Yeah, this little guy that he looked after. Um,
Little guy.
this little guy. And Daedalus was
Oh,
he was like a great inventor and shit, right? But like
yeah.
he saw that Icarus was not like thriving in this murder chamber labyrinth with the Minotaur.
Okay.
He's not the one who defeated the Minotaur. That was I think like Percy something with the Jacob with the string, right?
Percy
Um
Jackson.
nope, that's the book series. Uh
Oh,
but anyway, Daedalus and his son, right?
Daedalus.
Sure, smarty pants. He makes these great inventor, right? He makes these wings out of bronze. And he goes to this part of the labyrinth where there's like this draft and this hole. And I mean, like, long story short, they both fly into the sky, right? And above and like past the ocean and like flying to the sun comes up and he escapes, right? And what did you call him? Daedalus? Daddy?
Daedalus.
Daddy?
Daddy
Deadless.
Loose. Daddy Less.
Daedalus. Hey. Uh
I'm
anyway.
daddyless now. I'm so old.
Well, anyway, he like convinces the Minus's daughter to kill him in his bathtub and shit. And um
The story gets
yeah,
weird.
it does get weird. It's like I like the stories that like it really stuck with me because it doesn't have like a happy ending, right? It has like an ending that like leads into another story, right? It's
Okay.
like life, right?
Sure.
It's like this labyrinth.
Uh huh.
Hey, daddyless,
What? Why are we talking? What is this? Are
look
you a
down.
real?
Am I real?
Are you real? I don't think you're real.
I don't know. I don't know if you're real. Are you real?
Oh God.
Hey,
What?
can you do something
Oh,
for me?
me?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Look at the ground. Smarty pants. Hey, hey, you're
What?
halfway there. Look at the ground.
What do you mean? What?
Look. See the wings? See the feathers? See the
Where?
glue?
Oh.
It's around you.
Okay.
Put it together.
I understand.
Get out of here.
I
Kill the king.
I pick up one of the feathers. I understand. And then I just I I just put it I just push it in. I try to shave his face with the feather. There it is. There you go. That's better than the protractor. Oh, I've cut you. I'm sorry. Oh, I did it again. No, you should probably do it yourself. I'll get the other side. I get another feather.
Hey, you're a piece of shit. You know that?
What? Why? That's mean. You said you
Take
were
the
gonna be
time.
nice. What?
Build the wing. Build the wings.
Oh, okay. I build the wings.
How long does it take?
It takes 4 minutes.
4 minutes to build the wing?
Or no, I think it takes 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Amazing. You build those so fast.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
Yes, of course. I have a lot of experience with um digging, and that applies.
anyway, I just wanted you to do those. Look like shit, by the way. This sword can fly. Here.
Oh, then you'll take the wings, I guess. The sword can. That's stupid. It's not even aerodynamic.
I don't know. It flew me. Look, watch. I just like fly with the sword.
Oh! I'll use the wings then. I put the wings on.
Hey, daddy, fly the sword. Get out of
That
here.
was
You
something.
deserve it.
Yes. We're not. Wait, are you real? You should. I'm not real.
None of it's real. We were a bunch of kids who
Were
fell
you?
down a subway station. Like
Were
it's
you? Okay.
sometimes you get lost in a maze. But you're old now.
You have your whole life ahead of you. You took the sword.
No.
Okay, I take the sword. And I fly up and away, and I leave the wings for you.
And I melt in the mud.
Cool. I return to the subway. New York is gone. It's been 80
New
years.
York is gone.
It's been 80 years. Yeah, New York just isn't. People didn't vibe with New York anymore. So it's a really small town now. Yeah.
You know what's weird?
What's weird?
I think that would make sense to Kevin, right? But how would it feel if you got off a subway car with your brother to meet up with his friends?
It would feel like I don't know how that would feel.
Well, that's what happens. You wake up to Jacob tapping you as you've fallen asleep on the subway car. Hey, wake the fuck
I
up.
wake up, X gonna give it to you, and I punch him in the face.
Ow, shut the fuck up. He grabs you. I grab you by the shirt. I pull you out of the subway car.
No,
We're
the wings.
meeting my hey.
The
I love
wings.
you. I love you.
What?
I love you. You need to stop. We are
What are you talking about?
we are meeting
We're
my
underground.
friends. We're meeting
We're
my
underground
friends.
right now. We're underground right now.
We are.
Jacob, we're underground right now.
I hug you and I turn you around and we like go up almost like past the turnstiles and we meet Monique, Abram, X, April, and Gruff. And I say, this is my little brother. He's acting really strange right now. He just woke up from a nap.
I scream so loud. I scream at all of them. I'm like, I point at X. I'm like, they're gonna die first. They're gonna die first. And then it's
Stop
and
it.
then
Stop it.
and then
I cover your mouth.
I can't remember. Oh,
Hey,
I bite.
hey.
Bite.
It's just stop biting me. Stop biting me. Hey, Monique has this really cool idea, right? Her dad works for the tram station or whatever the fuck, the subway station. She has a key to one of like the back offices. We're gonna go. You have to stay. Come on, man. It'll be
Great
cool.
idea. I have
What?
a great idea.
What?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, you're doing it, and I grab you, and then Monique opens a door, and we all go through.
Back in the labyrinth.
I think it's just dark.
Nice.
I think we fade to black there. I think it's implied.
And now we draw, right? Now we start again?
No, yeah, then we start again. But we'll start again next time.
And you're April?
Next time. I think, okay, this has been 4 hours and 30 minutes. So obviously a lot will be cut down. But important thing, I think, right before we end it, we need to...
Great job.
Hey, great job. Great job. Yeah. That was awesome. You ready for this? X going to give it to you.
Now I'm ready.
I'm thinking, what is the vibe of what is the fray? Or, yeah.
Well, I feel like the prompt for the fray, for the last two, has been someone is after us, or that was the general prompt for creating the fray. And then the fray in the first one was the murder mystery, and in this one seems to be sort of the pull of the Minotaur, almost more than the Minotaur itself.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is really exciting. And I like the idea that the prompt stays with there's someone after us. someone or
Yes.
something after us,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't necessarily need to be exactly the fray. But we could be on a train.
I like train. Subway car made me feel like like I want to do a
Yeah,
train.
yeah.
Okay,
Could be train, could
train.
be boat or plane.
I think it's a train.
Train is dope. Yes,
Train is
train is
dope. You can
dope.
get on top of a train.
On top
Train.
of a boat
Do you
too.
want to do like bullet train, like Murder on the Orient Express? Like,
Um, I mean, we could also go. We could do a train in the Old West that had a lot of trains
ooh,
then, which would be a
yeah.
pretty cool vibe.
Ooh,
We
I
could
like that.
do, yeah, train in the Old West would be really cool. Uh, my first thought was train like cargo train, and we jumped it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously jumping a train gives you a very clear someone after you. It's the train
Yeah.
conductor whose job it is to break your kneecaps and throw you off the train.
Mm,
That's old school, right? But that's what the
yes.
story was that they would do. I don't know if that was the vibe, but I do know that.
I
Yeah,
I think that might be a little too fast paced
I
for
think so too.
like a journey, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, I like train in the Old West. I like
mm,
because also it gives us a very specific destination. We just need to make it to where the train's going. Maybe,
yes.
maybe
I
that's
think it's
it.
a long I'm like very much leaning towards like a murder. I know we did a murder mystery already.
Murder on a
So,
Train, though. Yeah,
but
the
like
Murder on
murder
the
on a
Orient Express, right?
yeah, I'm very much thinking like a that vibe.
Okay, we could do. What if we take something completely separate
Okay.
from
Okay.
the Western and put it
Mhm.
in a train on the Western? You know what I'm talking about, like a vampire. You know,
Ooh.
uh,
Okay. Oh,
I like Cowboys and Aliens vibe, but maybe not
night
aliens.
train.
There is like a Black Knight, like the Black Knight from Monty Python, is on the train. Is that what you
I
mean?
was thinking like a vampire, like it's a train at like it
Oh yeah,
only comes out at night, right? Like it's a I feel like it would be a like a very, very long journey, like a luxury train,
yeah,
and there's a vampire on the train.
dope. Yes, vampire works. I like vampire luxury train in the old west, or just frontier America vibes.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Let me get the.
Luxury train Old West. Who are we?
Oh, oh, that makes I could be. I'm playing a character soon for this Scum and Villainy campaign.
Mhm.
Uh, named Roisin, and she is like she has like Blanche vibes from Golden Girls, like Blanche and Rose from Golden Girls.
Oh,
She just has a lot of like. I just like the idea of being like, "Oh, darling, bless your heart, but you are a stupid young thing."
I want to play your daughter.
That's fantastic. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Amazing. So we could be. Oh, that has like. What am I thinking of? Oh, Streetcar Named Desire. It's nothing like that.
You're a wealthy Southern woman.
A wealthy Southern woman.
I want to be your bratty daughter.
A vampire on the Western Express.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay, we figured it out. Join us next time on Guild Phantasmagoria Resurrection and see us resurrect into a couple of southern ladies trying to avoid certain death by neck suckage. Uh, That's it. That's it. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, anyway, I'm Cam. I played Jacob and other Jacob and the Minotaur and Flying Sword Jacob.
There were quite a few Jacobs in that.
There were quite a few Jacobs in that. And yeah, find me, follow the Streaming Rainbow, do some stuff. Keller, who are you?
You said neck suckage.
I did. That's how they die.
Hi, I'm Keller.
Vampires.
I'm Keller. Yeah. Follow Streaming Rainbow.
Yeah, that's right. See you next time. Guild Phantasmagoria, Resurrection, Murder on Vampire on the Western Express. Bye.